to the 30-day Peak Performance Challenge. I'm Scott Spade. I'm your host for this challenge, and I'm really excited about what we're going to accomplish over the next 30 days. I'm really excited about seeing what you accomplish in your challenge over the next 30 days. So, as we begin this challenge today, day one, fresh start, fresh opportunity, fresh everything. Day one, out of the gate, and you get an opportunity to do some great and amazing things. And so, first thing I really want to do is I want to challenge you with something that I ask my students and my clients a lot. I want to challenge you with this question: who are you really? You see, so often people will say, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a son, I'm a cousin, I'm a mechanic, I'm a manager, I'm a leader, I'm a whatever it is. Most people will give their title. But the truth is, I really want to get down to who are you really? You see, deep down, there's somebody that's been hidden for so long, deep inside you, that you are scared to death to let them loose. There's oftentimes somebody that's so deep that if we were to go back to childhood, a lot of times with my counseling clients, I'll do child therapy and go back to when they were a kid and say, okay, let's discover who you were when you were a kid. Let's discover who you were when you were a teenager, because at some point something shifted and something changed. Something shifted within you, and that fear crept in, and this idea that you can't and you won't and you will never have crept in. It could have been a teacher, it could have been a parent, it could have been a grandparent. For me, it was a grandmother that used to say, "Oh, you're a spate. You'll never have this, or you'll never have that." I loved my grandmother dearly. She passed away 2 years ago, and 2.5 years ago, and I miss her. But those are some things that have lingered on, and I'll never forget her saying that to me. And I'll be honest with you, it has really held me back over the years, listening to that record playing over and over and over in my mind. I want to throw something out there to you, and just to kind of give you something to think about. It takes just as much effort to believe in yourself and believe that you can accomplish anything you want in life and you can have anything you want in life, as it does to believe the lies that you have been telling yourself and that others have been telling you. Let me repeat that. It takes just as much effort and energy to believe in yourself, to flip that upside down, and to say, I believe in me, as it does to say that you're going to believe in the lies and the junk and the crap that people have told you for so long. You see, too often we believe what other people tell us, and we allow their vision of us, we allow their opinion of us to hold us back. It's not who you were created to be. I want to talk a little bit about the difference between, what it means to be a peak performer. You see, in my book that I wrote several years ago, Living Your Life in Peak Performance, Stop Playing Small, I talk about this idea that there's a 95% people out there that will just go along. They're happy just doing enough to get by. They are content, maybe. But a lot of times, what those people that say they're content are often complaining about what they don't have, what they can't have, where they're at, how they can't do this, they can't do that. But then there's the 5%ers. Oftentimes we look at those 5%ers as your NFL players, your NBA players, your MLB players, your actors, your Hollywood, all of those people. Well, they're different. If you go back and look, I just saw an article the other day about a player that is now in the NFL. He was very premature, and his mother was told to just let him die. And she refused to give up on him. His mother now is his biggest hero, and he's just now accepted a contract with the NFL. So I'm wondering, are you a 95%er or are you a 5%er? You see, there's a study out there, there's some coaches out there that talk about being high performance. You see, I think that when we look at peak performance, we can look at different categories. You can be good at something, you can be great at something, you can be a high performer at something, or you can be a peak performer. You can be the best in your area, the best of who you are, the best at what you do. So do you want to be just good at what you do? Just get by? The reason I push people to be peak performers is because I think that that is how that God intended for us to be. To live at our absolute peak best. Oftentimes I will see people spend a lot of time on their car, or they'll spend a lot of time at their house and trying to make their house look so great, or their car rev up to do things and have nice things, but yet they won't focus on themselves. So what does it mean to be a peak performer? No, you may think that, hey, that's not for me. I could never be that. You see, I'm a short guy, but I've got a lot of charisma. And I always kind of wanted to play in the NFL. Never going to happen. But I did get a chance many years ago to drive the owner of the Los Angeles Raiders, Al Davis, to the game. And I got to spend time with Al Davis in the car, in the booth, on the field, headed back to the airport, headed back to the plane, and I got to listen to him. That was an incredible experience. On the way back to the airport, what I continued to hear Al say was, on this play, at this time, the quarterback should have done this. At this time, the wide receiver should have done this. At this time, we should have done this. That man knew the game. So what is your game? What area of your life have you held yourself back? So I go back to my original question of, who are you really? Down deep, who are you? Are you someone that's scared to really get out and perform and to be the greatest that you can possibly be? Are you someone that has allowed fear to creep in? Are you someone that is saying, well, I can't do this because I've got this disability, or I've got that, or I can't do this, or I can't do that? Who are you really? In today's challenge, I challenge you to sit down and really make a list of who it is that you are. What are those characteristics that you see in yourself? You see, I believe that you can have anything in life that you really want. I believe that you can do anything that you want. I believe in you. I believe that over the next 30 days, that something inside of you is going to shift, that's going to create a massive transformation, set you on a journey like no other before. Yeah, you can complain about the recession. You can complain about the president. You can complain about Target. You can complain about all this stuff that's going on in the world. You can complain about everything that you want to. But the bottom line is that you are in control of you. You're in control of your success. I think that there's been too many times that we have allowed someone to tell us what we can't do. John Maxwell talks about this law of the lid. And that law of the lid says that there's a lid that we have, and he's talking about leadership, but there's a lid that we reach. And I think we can apply that same lid to everything in our life. Well, I've only made X amount of money per year, and I'll never make six figures, or I'll never make 50,000, or I'll never make 60,000, or I'll never make 100,000. Because I've never done it before. Well, when you were a kid, you had never ridden a bike before, but you got on that bike and you started riding. When you were a teenager, you had never driven a car before, but you got in the car and you started driving and you got your driver's license, and now you drive today. And many of you are driving blindly. You're driving on autopilot. Have you ever just driven and got to where you were going and you thought, my goodness, I don't remember the journey? Too often, that's the way we live our life. It's now June 1st. Half the year is almost gone. Have you been living your life on autopilot, allowing other people to control you, allowing other things to kick in, allowing other things inside your mind to hold you back? I challenge you today to really look at who are you really and who created you. And the verse that I want you to go look up today is Job 22:28, and it says, "You will decide on a matter, and it will be established for you, and light will shine on your ways." You will decide on a matter. You will decide what it is that you want. You'll decide what it is that where you want to go, and it will be established for you, and light will shine on your ways. As you make that decision to go where you want to go, to do what you want to do, the light will shine on you. The first thing you got to do is take a step forward. And when you take a step, the next door will be open. When you take the next door, the next opportunity will be open. When you take the next step, the next step will be opened. Who are you really? I hope you have a fantastic day. From now on, these are not going to be nearly as long as this one. This is just going to be the first day to kick it off. I'm really excited about this. Post in the comments who you think you are and where you're going. Have a great day.